Welcome, Crusaders, and thanks for joining me for Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. I am so glad you're here as we continue on here in Market Square. We've cleared, I don't know, maybe like a fourth-ish of the map. Maybe not even that much. We did pick up a new companion last time, though. Ember has joined our party. And we built a bridge here. I don't know if that's where we want to head, though, right yet. Kind of want to go the opposite direction here and see what is down here to the south.
Let us press on.
We've got a wall we can look at. The inner wall of Canabras, which encloses the city's center, now lies in ruins. We've got Crusaders up here. We're also pausing because we have a Marauder right there as well. Okay. Let's do a little bit of prep here before we rush in. Still got to figure out how we want to initiate fights here, and I don't feel like we probably have the best setup here. Like to make sure we get Sela out front. Okay, we got his mage armor on. I just noticed that lasts a long time, an hour per level, so we might as well be getting that put on right away. Move Sela in here. We've got at least one or two over here as well as these guys coming in up here. That's right, Lon's got this key power now. I think, even though it doesn't say it here, this normally applies to unarmed strikes, but am I wrong in thinking that that applies to his bow as well? He's got the Zen Archer thing. I know it talks about the Flurry of Blows attack is normally a fist thing, but instead of fisting the enemies, he shoots them with arrows. I think, I don't know, maybe I don't probably completely understand that yet, but I think that applies that bonus to his bow. Okay, we got a bunch of chaotic evil enemies here. Let's use our protection from chaos from Camellia. Ember, she probably pretty luckily survived an attack from this Marauder over here. Let's get Camellia in there, I guess. She can't really take a hit either. And speaking of mage armor, let's have her get that on as well. Oh, she already had it on. I think I did that in our last fight, probably. Shoot. Wasted an action and a spell used there. Dumb. Old Jeff. We did pick up the snowball. Does he actually have two uses of that, or we just have that there twice for some reason in the odd bar? Hey, let's go and use the snowball here on this guy. Maybe get a stagger. Okay, instead of running Sela up there, let's bring her back here. We need some protection against these guys coming in. Oh, I think so. Got that glaive. I forget what it's called, but it's got a cool ability on it. Thinking about trying that out on Sela, even though we'd lose her shield with that. Alright, let's just try this extra attack key power. See if we get... It does show 3 shots there.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
He's gonna miss all 3. Okay, cool. So that does give him an extra attack. That's nice. Unfortunately, we need you to hit with those though, Lon. Doesn't work when you whiff like that. Okay, we could maybe get Ember in position here to use the burning hands. We can move her away so she doesn't get attack of opportunity on her. Maybe still hit much of this group. If not all of it, yes. Nice. Thinking about getting him in there for the color spray, but not sure. Maybe we move him up right there. Yeah. We've got a couple of them there with that. Flopping around on the ground. So I've kind of been thinking it makes sense to use the touch of good on Saxon, because if we use it on ourselves, then we can't attack and we just lose that. Oh, except, yeah. We still can't. We can't attack and do that.
Strike as one.
Saxon can still get his attack off, though. I think we'd have Ember just hit him again with the fire here. Especially while two of them are laying down. Get this guy with the coup de grace here while he's laying down. Nice. Good job, Woljeff. I hope these guys can hang tough. Oh, he's down. This dude is almost dead too. We're gonna have 4 more of them on us here in a moment if we don't do something about these. Okay. So we were close enough. Did Saxon get... We killed that fighter, and then it looks like we were close enough to get an attack off on this Marauder as well.
This pain is
Camelia's
excruciating.
about dead. We gotta kill this guy though.
Spirits demand your blood.
Oh man. Oh, this Marauder's got like Die Hard or something. Half a work. So he's gotta be below, yeah, he's negative 10 hit points. So he's gonna die. But he's gonna get one more chance to kill us first. Alright, well, Jeff, let's see. Another coup de grace on this guy. Oh, we're not close enough.
Cover me, all right?
That works too. Yeah. Okay, well, we've still got 2 neophytes up here. Sensiela is there.
Take you.
Oh, plus, yeah, we've still got these guys too. Wow. I wonder if that was a mistake walking her up there, if maybe they would have forgotten about us until we were done over here. Kind of want to just not worry about this Marauder. We can just not take a hit from him. He's probably going to kill Amelia though. I don't know what we can do. Actually. Kind of just want to send Zeke and Saxon back here after these archers. I think that's what we're going to do.
We shall overcome.
Oh, we took it. There we go. We took the attack of opportunity there on Saxon, but we killed one of them.
Make every strike count.
Nice line. Okay. Hold on, Ember. Good. Okay. Now, Camellia, you can heal up yourself here a little bit. Bring you up here. Ember, let's try the ear-piercing scream. This guy. Woljiff, let's get in here. Nice. The sneak attack. Get up here, Sela. Zeke. I'm gonna start calling them Zax. Zeke and Saxon. Zax. There you go. Good. All right. This feels like we're probably okay real time in it here from here, unless anybody else shows up. Good. Okay. Scroll of Fire Belly. That's a new spell for me. Magical fire warms your belly, granting you fire resistance 5 and making your gut hot to the touch, but not enough to damage you or anything else. As a standard action, you can breathe a 15-foot cone of fire. Flame. Each time you use this breath weapon, the remaining duration of the spell is reduced by 1 minute. That spell's probably in Kingmaker, and I just never noticed it.
You've marched me to the bones today.
Oh. We're encumbered, which must have caused some fatigue. Well, we did pick up a bunch of armor. Just drop all this here for now. That doesn't help our fatigue, though. Seem to be noticing that fatigue is more of an issue in this game than it was in Pathfinder. I mean, in Pathfinder, in Kingmaker. This cart is laden with possessions looted from the surrounding houses. I guess that's what these marauders were up to back here. Okay, let's continue down this back road. Let's
I'll watch your back.
get her healed up. So, that fatigue. Have anything for that? Wow, this search is great. If I could spell. Restoration. Eliminates fatigue. Okay. I did not know right offhand that restoration was good for fatigue, but that makes sense. Well, we've got it here. I don't feel like I want to make camp yet. Let's use them. Why not? Kaylessa. Why does that name sound familiar? That's... Somebody mentioned Kaylessa. Could have sworn when we were talking to people in the Defender's Heart, somebody mentioned a Kaylessa. But who was that? Here. The Outcast. Oh, that was that Forn guy. Find and kill Kaylessa. Forn, a hunter of the servants of evil. It was reported that a dangerous cultist by the name of Kaylessa is hiding in Canabras. Gray hair, dark skin, scarlet eyes, and warn just how deadly she can be in a fight. I sense some kind of a moral dilemma coming here for us. All right.
Together we stand.
The elf hunched up next to you is clutching a small but deep puncture wound. Her appearance is quite remarkable. Her skin is blacker than any Garundi's, her teeth are fanged, and her hair is as gray as a crone's. Her crimson eyes glare at you with a gleam of malice. What are you looking at, soldier? Like what you see? Who are you? Giving you a scrutinizing look, she says harshly, "There's no point in you knowing, soldier. Trust me, the answer would only bring you misfortune, and it still wouldn't be of any use to you. I'm a wanderer you won't ever meet again." "Who wounded you?" She responds with a razor-sharp smile. "Haven't you noticed? The city is burning. There's a battle going on. I was wounded by a cultist." Ember is looking her over thoughtfully. "Her wounds are so strange. Not at all like mine. They burned me from the outside, but you were burned from within, I think. It hurt, didn't it?" Unperturbed by her cold silence, Amber continues. "Yes, I can see that it hurt. I'm sorry that happened to you." Well, we're probably not going to get this checked. Take a closer look at her strange appearance. No, this elf may have fallen victim to some wicked magic, curse maybe, or did her long service to the forces of darkness twist her appearance in such a gruesome way? "What's with your appearance?" "A demon's handiwork. Some shrieking spawn flew across the sky, raining corruption down upon us all. I was caught in the attack. It's fine, it'll go away soon." She shrugs nonchalantly and looks past you. I could heal you, but I think I recognize you from the description we were given. You're Kaylessa, a cultist of Discari. "That's a lie." Her crimson eyes flash and she says firmly, "I loathe demons and I'll kill any I come across." Okay, take a closer look at the elf. She's clearly holding something back, but she doesn't appear to be lying either. Whatever it is she's hiding, her claim that she hates demons sounds quite convincing. "You're not lying, but you're not telling me the whole truth." "What, was I supposed to pour my heart out?" She looks at you defiantly. "You have your war, soldier. I have mine. You're fighting chaos and madness, and I'm fighting lies and hypocrisy. But we are both willing to die for our cause, aren't we?" "Why would Forn slander you?" Kaylessa's grim expression hardens further, as bleak and unflinching as the words on a tombstone. "You're asking questions that are dangerous in and of themselves. I urge you to stop. The more you know about me, the higher the chances that a traitor's dagger will find its way into your back." "Alright, I believe you. Forn is at the Defender's heart. You should keep clear of the place." "It was never my intention to set foot in there. Farewell, soldier, and thank you for believing me." So we'll need to speak with Forn now, who's probably going to be none too happy about that turn of events. We've still got this filth fever that we picked up. I think maybe I don't know if it was from fighting the rat swarms we encountered in a house back where we picked up Ember, or if we got that from something else. It would make sense that we would get sick after fight. Oh, these you guys recovered. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are watching things over. Yeah, we can get through over here. Oh, is this okay, we're just back down right here. So we have no choice now but to take that little bridge we built. I think. What it looks like. Get our compass lined up here. Because I guess we can just come back here, can't we? It's right here. This is basically a wall we can't pass. Alright everybody, watch your step on this rickety bridge. We didn't have our best construction crew out here with us.
Let us press on.
It was a motley group of crusaders. Get across the rubble.
I must rest to fight another day.
It took us 3 hours and we've failed. Oh, we can get through here though. Okay. We are tired. Kind of wasted those restoration potions then, didn't we? I guess did we try to camp here? Probably better. We can't be going around fatigued like this. Let's go ahead and try to camp here with these Crusaders watching over us. Okay, looks like we failed with the cooking again. We don't have the best setup there. Okay, rested up. Everybody back across the bridge. And I think we will not try to climb the rubble again.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Got centipede and a fiendish fly there. We think we're going to let this go. I just want to make sure. Alright, I think we can handle these things. The whole, like, enemies just spawning in. I mean, I guess it makes sense with the centipedes, kind of, that they come up out of the ground.
Did you see that?
Somebody go check that tombstone for loot. We got a Hulrun, Ramian, and some Inquisitors over here. My beloved brother, I admire your zeal, of course, but would you not agree that this is hardly the time to be standing guard over a hole that no one will ever emerge from? Or perhaps you're concerned that someone will decide to go for a nighttime stroll and will accidentally fall into it. Such foresight is laudable, but do you really need so many soldiers for such a task? Can't your warriors be put to better use, for instance, fighting demons or clearing rubble, while the people trapped beneath it might still be alive? The face of this golden-curled Aasimar is beautiful even by the standards of his kind, in whose veins runs the blood of angels. His melodious voice sounds cheerful, but bitter reproach simmers in his gaze. Don't you dare call me brother, heretic. The signs of recent hard fighting are obvious in this stern old man. His armor is dented and covered in blood, and his unnatural pallor suggests something more dangerous than wounds inflicted by claws and fangs. Nevertheless, his gaze is stony, and his voice, accustomed to barking orders, is harsh and clipped. How dare you accuse me of doing nothing to protect this city, especially now, when followers of your temple were caught committing treason? To my mind, you are no different than the demon worshippers, those miscreants, those beasts that are digging under the city walls. Everyone knows, my dearest prelate, that in your zealous pursuit of order in the city, you have long since forgotten how to tell friend from foe and good from evil. That's what happened with my adepts, whose act of treason was a genuine attempt to save the city. And yet again I am forced to repeat myself. While we are wasting time on pointless quarrels, people are dying under the rubble in our city. People whom we could have saved if you had only set your soldiers to the task, and not kept them here surrounding a useless and utterly harmless hole in the ground. Harmless? Well, if it's on your say-so, then that must mean there is someone down there. Your associates, no doubt. And they're just waiting for us to abandon our posts before they slink out and try again to... The old man notices your approach. And you. I remember you. You appeared in my city the day the demons attacked and Terendelev died. What are you doing here? Answer at once, or I'll have you strung up by your ankles before you know it. Don't think that the demons have wounded me. I still have enough strength to take on 100 of your sort. And what is this hideous creature? Hulrun peers at Lon with suspicion. Lon, at your service. The mongrel ducks his head in a bow. My forebears fought in the First Crusade. I've lived in Canabras my whole life. You haven't ever seen me before? It must be because you don't ever venture into our underground district. We have been meaning to complain to the city authorities that our paving stones have been in need of repair for a long time. The First Crusade, so you're a mongrel? Humph, you obviously know human speech, surprisingly well, in fact. Alright, let's be off with you. The prelate looks at you. If he causes any trouble, I shall hold you responsible. come to think of it, you still haven't told me who you are. I'm a crusader. I'm fighting to liberate Canabras from the demons. A crusader, you say? I'll be looking into that. You obviously don't know to whom you are speaking. I'm the one who decides who's a crusader and who's a traitor in this city. Hulrun Shapak, prelate of Canabras by the grace of Her Majesty Queen Galfrey, and the city's defender against threats from within and without. And as we can see, you've done a sterling job protecting the city. The golden-curled Aasimar flashes a flinty smile. I am Ramian of Edmei, prior of the Temple of Desna, which, alas, currently lies in ruins. Wise Hulrun here believes it is vital to guard this hole in the ground, from which he is certain demons will emerge at any moment. I have been trying to convince him that the city has far more urgent matters to deal with. For instance, rescuing those currently dying under the rubble. You know what? There may in fact be one matter that is more important than guarding this hole. I've put it off, and look where it's led us. I should have had you hung from the gates back when you dared to defend your gang of delinquent demon collaborators. If the Sarkorians had hanged Arilu Vorlesh while they had the chance, there never would have been a war. I won't repeat their mistake. I won't hesitate any longer. Soldiers, seize the scum. Arilu Vorlesh. Few names arouse as much rage among crusaders as that of Arilu Vorlesh, the Sarkonian witch who initiated the opening of the World Wound and later its expansion. Almost nothing is known about her life before the atrocity except that Vorlesh was condemned for using arcane magic, which was persecuted in Sarkoris, and imprisoned in the Tower of Threshold near the city of Iz. I think maybe I've read about her before. Bears the title of Architect of the World Wound. Sela, prelate, see reason. These are frightening times, but threatening to hang someone without trial, that is unworthy of a servant of Iomade. The old man fixes his eyes on Sela. Lest you forget, girl, we may serve the same goddess, but you are not an inquisitor. Don't question the way I choose to serve Iomade, and I won't question yours. So, you think you're the Inquisitor. Behold, Inquisitor, I bear the gift of an angel who died in the caves below Canabras. I am no enemy of yours. We're just opening right up to him, I guess. The old man frowns and whispers something. A prayer or a spell? With each word, his face relaxes. You are telling the truth. The light in your hand was wrought by the power of heaven. I will keep an open mind with regard to you, stranger. And later, under less fractious circumstances, I would like to ask you about how you came to receive this gift. But that can wait. Now I must deal with this filth once and for all. What precisely are you accusing Ramian of, Inquisitor? Treason. Not long before the city was attacked, several followers from his temple tried to secretly access the Wardstone and perform an unknown ritual over it. Hulrun is trembling with fury. The Wardstone of Canabras, the gift of Iomade, the bringer of light, wrought by the hands of her herald, the first in the chain, and followers of that crazy runt of a goddess tried to meddle with it using their magic, after hearing a voice in their dreams. My soldiers almost had them caught when Ramian got in the way, allowing the traitors to go to ground. I made a mistake. I didn't have him locked in a cell and interrogated to within an inch of his life, and now the city lies in ruins. It's time to rectify that mistake. I've told you before, and I'll tell you again. My people foresaw the attack on the city. They knew the Wardstone already carried the seed of corruption within itself, and they were simply trying to heal it. I've heard similar claims before. Now, where was it? Yes, from Staunton Vane, the traitor, who brought down Dresden. The lessons of the past have taught us a great deal, and that is why I never believed you, or your mob's lies, even for a second. And I was right. Oh, wow. This is the lawful choice. This is like Feels like a borderline of vigilante justice here. I mean, even if he is an Inquisitor, and even if we are an Inquisitor, I'm not sure, Is he just arresting him, or is he wanting to, like, strike him down right here? I don't know. I don't know about this. I don't think this is the answer. Is it like us just to say nothing here? Oh, such a quandary. Okay, yeah, you're doing what's right, Hulrun. There's no place in the crusade for troublemakers. The Aasimar shakes his head. You want to fight on the side of this witch hunter? Believe me, you're making a grave mistake. His leadership hasn't saved a single life so far, but it has cost many. I don't know. Ramian looks at the prelate. You're a fool, Hulrun. You're a zealot and a murderer, but you're a fool first and foremost. I told you that the wardstone was weakened. You wouldn't listen. I warned you that the city was going to be attacked. You shooed me away. The truth is that my young adepts were trying to save the wardstone, and you stopped them. Of course, those truly responsible for this tragedy are the demons, but you have done nothing to prevent it. And now, you would still rather kill an innocent person and perish yourself than admit that you were wrong, as always. With a wave of his wand, the Aasimar vanishes. Okay, well, I don't know if that was a good choice or not. This guy seems a little over the top, but we can't just have people just doing whatever they want, can we? He fled, the heretic. He's no doubt expecting me to rush off in pursuit, but that won't work on me. Hulrun turns his attention to you. What about you? If you truly have been marked out for a gift from heaven, this is your chance to save the city. Go and bring back that filthy traitor. I'm almost certain that he and his cronies were helping the demons. But almost there is the key word there in what you just said. Either knowingly or unknowingly. Their attempt to bewitch the wardstone is clear proof. Ramian must be captured. Why are you obsessed with finding enemies everywhere you look? Why? Why? You must not be from these parts or you wouldn't have asked such a question. I look for enemies everywhere because our enemies are everywhere. Who are we at war with? Demons? Demons and cultists. They are masters of deception. They worm their way into your favor and masquerade in all manner of false guises. Do you think Dresden was taken by force? No, by trickery. Were it not for me, Canabras would have gone the same way long ago, captured out from under our noses. Now listen to what I'm about to tell you. This was a long time ago. I was very young then, and I had just joined the Crusade. Back then, Canabras didn't have a garrison so much as a public thoroughfare. Anyone who wanted could just stroll into the city. One day at dawn, a group of refugees came up to the city gates, bold as brass. The guards let them in, and why not, for no one was ever turned away. 'Twas no matter. Everyone was welcome in our city. If you came from Endev, or if you'd hauled yourself here from across the seas, the Crusade accepted all and sundry. But on this occasion, we paid dearly for our laxity. Just as soon as those innocent lambs entered the city, they transformed into demons and rushed toward the wardstone, slaughtering everyone who tried to stop them. 62 people died in less than a minute. The demons used their mutilated corpses to desecrate the obelisk. None of them dared to go near it. The light of the goddess burned them all. So they threw the blood from afar, spattering the wardstone from every direction, and the lead demon, an eyeless beast, Minago is her name, jeered and gloated, saying we mortals had been sitting ducks. And the creature was right, too. We let our guard down and we got what we deserved. We've had a run-in with Minago. I'm starting to get the feeling that a lot of people in the story are a little bit on the crazy side. That bloodbath came to be known as the Red Morning Massacre, and it was burned into townsfolk's memories. Since then, Canabras has adopted different practices. Heretics, cultists, spies, all the rabble who coveted Irilu's glory, we drove them all out of the city. We haven't had any trouble here since. Many have come here, even the Baelor Koramzada, and they have all been sent straight back to where they came from, or else they were killed for their trouble. You see, Daskari himself had to crawl out of the abyss and come here. The goddess curse him in order to break through our defenses. And what did he do? He left again. And we're still fighting. Now that is what vigilance and discipline can do. Karamzadeh. The Baelor Karamzadeh is one of Daskari's most powerful generals. But his personal might is not the only reason why he poses such a threat in combat. They call him the Whirlwind Strategist, for he is the shrewdest general among demonkind. Not too long ago, he oversaw one of the most successful assaults on Canabras and nearly destroyed the Wardstone, an achievement that only Lord Daskari himself was able to claim in the end. I see you suffered greatly in battle. Nonsense. I had to deal with a brood of Nabasis. It was nothing. I've taken on worse enemies with the goddess's help. Nabasis, also known as death demons, have the ability to drain their victim's life force. Judging by Hulrun's pallor, he has lost a significant amount of his energy. The Inquisitor can bluster as much as he wants, but right now he's far from the peak of his abilities. So similarly to Kingmaker, we could pretty much just attack anybody that we feel like. Ramian really warned you about the attack. Those crazed Desnans were always bursting into my study with their incoherent prophecies that came to them in their dreams. I won't lie, sometimes what they said did come to pass, but can we really rely on the woolly dreams of heretics over the cold hard facts of intelligence reports? Plenty of demons could have easily fooled them and whispered a treasonous plan in their dreams, and those lunatics would have been only too happy to listen. This time, Mr. Curls for Brains came to me and declared that demons were about to attack the city, and that the Wardstone's power was diminished by some kind of contamination or taint. Iomade, forgive me for even repeating the words. After uttering such blasphemy, he should have been locked up along with his followers and interrogated. But instead, I simply increased the surveillance on them, and what next? My people caught them red-handed trying to attack the Wardstone with unknown magic. And not 3 days later, the demons attacked the city. There's an obvious connection between these events, whether deliberately or under demonic influence. The Desnans played right into the hands of Daskari's hordes, and they almost left the city completely defenseless. Ramian covered for his people the whole time and helped them escape my guards. After that, what else can he be but a traitor and a heretic? Well, there's nothing dangerous in this hole. You have no reason to guard it. You told me yourself that you received a light-bringing gift from an angel who perished in the caves below our feet. It is no secret that those passages are teeming with dangerous creatures that could kill anyone, even a warrior of heaven. Demons and demonic offspring love roaming about underground. That's why I will be keeping an eye on this hole. If the beasts decide to attack from here, we'll be ready for them. Where can I find Ramian? How should I know? The weasel can't have gone far. He turned invisible. He's probably hunkered down in some hole, like the traitorous little rat he is. And he'll be sitting, trembling and waiting till he's dragged out of there. Woljif, with the prelate after you, that seems the only sensible thing to do. It's what I'd do. And Lon, I'm sure lots of things sound sensible to you. Woljif, and it works too. As you can see, I'm still alive. Okay. Go on then, if you have to. It would be good if you could return with the head of that scum. Ember peers intently at Hulrun. I remember you. When Father and I arrived in this city, you met us. What is this gibberish? As if I have nothing better to do than arrange meetings with vagrants. But it's true. You and the other knights tied us to stakes and started lighting the bonfire. Father died, and then one of your knights changed his mind and pulled me from the flames. But then he died too, don't you remember? If you were burned, then it was with good reason. You say some traitor helped you escape from the fire. That is a crime in itself, which means that you have been evading justice all these years. If it weren't for the invasion, I would review your case and see that your sentence was finally fulfilled. You're lucky that we have more important matters to deal with right now. He didn't look the way he does now, all wrinkled and gray. He was young with a big mustache. Ember smiles broadly and draws a large, bushy mustache in the air with her finger. He probably forgot all about me. It was a long time ago, but I do want to say one thing. I'm not cross with him. This knight is a true hero. He just really, really wanted to protect his city. Only he got all mixed up about who was good and who was evil. She is very forgiving. Hulrun, you sent an innocent child to be burned at the stake. Don't you want to ask for forgiveness? Pah, hardly. Anyone can look innocent. How did this girl manage to survive the fire? And what about that crow that's always flying around her? I advise you to take a closer look at this innocent little lamb of yours. If you ask me, she looks highly suspicious indeed. Ember, you forgive him after what he did to you? He thought he was doing what was right. How do you know? Maybe you've done something thinking it was a good thing, but you were really doing a bad thing that hurt someone? But what if I've done the same thing? You can't get angry at people for making mistakes when you might be no better than them. All right, let's go then, Ember. Let's go. Bye-bye, kind knight. She waves to Hulrun with a carefree smile. Hulrun grimaces and turns away. Okay, then. Hulrun, you keep guarding this hole here. All right, well, we continue to slowly work our way through Market Square. We haven't gotten very far, it feels like, but there's been a lot of people to talk to, stuff to learn about this place, and we will come back next time and continue on. I really appreciate you being here, and I look forward to seeing you again here with me in Canabras. Bye bye.